Okay. In 1859, the engineer Brunel would build the greatest ship afloat and rule the ocean swell. 19,000 tons of steel went in to shape the mighty keel, forged inside the smelter where they made the gates of hell. And the name upon the contract was Isambard Brunel. Day by day the monster grew, the engineer Brunel would watch the devil's handiwork, and woe betide a man who shirks or slows the pace to build a keel. 19,000 tons of steel, anyone with eyes could see 'tis but a bride of hell. And the name upon the draftsman's chart was Isambard Brunel. A riveter was on the hull with his apprentice lad. He'd served his time with the elder man, some said it was his dad. 200 men upon the shift, but when the day is done, the count is 198 before the setting sun. They searched the yard all through the night until the morning bell, but no more delays are countenanced by Isambard Brunel. And so they worked a double shift to make the time in full. No mention of the missing men, they sealed the double hull. The ship was launched upon the tide, and all the townsfolk cheered. A brass band played, but not a word of omens that they feared. Before the afternoon was out, the celebrations wrecked, as dignitary clutched his heart and collapsed upon the deck. No doctor could revive him, as the telegraphs would tell, and the name upon the coffin was Isambard Brunel. And now upon the open sea the mighty ship did plough, but many feared the darkness in the shadows of its prow. An explosion on the lower deck would take the souls of 5. With growing superstition mongst the sailors still alive. The captain and his boy are lost while rowing to the shore. The crew will threaten mutiny and say they work no more. They began to say the ship was cursed. They hadn't even seen the worst. They'd signed on able-bodied men, but they wouldn't sail to hell. When the name upon the manifest was Isambard Brunel. For 14 years the ship would sail, misfortune taken hard. The owners barely find a crew to reach the breaker's yard. And as they take the plates apart, unseal the double hull, the breakers call the foreman o'er. They'd found a human skull. And then they find the younger man perforce to understand that in their hour of torment he'd reached his father's hand. In 1859 the engineer Brunel would build the greatest ship afloat and rule the mighty swell. The final shift was over and the breaker's hammer fell, and the name upon the manifest, the contract signed in hell, was the name upon the draftsman's chart, Isambard Brunel.